getting diffuse. Trade fights for better views. We both need something new. Maybe we should just tell them. I shouldn't think I is so good. So long to rendezvous.
Hello, hive-minded readers, and welcome to the Books and the Bees podcast. Just like bees play a crucial role in pollinating flowers and sustaining life, books pollinate minds and nurture the soul. We see the connection between the two, the delicate dance of ideas and stories that enrich our lives.
I'm Cody.
I'm Hailey.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
We're out here.
We're out here. We're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're surviving, not thriving.
We are surviving, not thriving. I'm sure the listeners probably noticed that we missed an episode last week, and unfortunately, we had plenty of things that blocked us from being able to record. It's quite a long story. We don't have to really dive into the whole deets. But I went to a conference that kind of delayed our recording, and then I got sick, which also delayed our recording. So
The long and the short of it is, yeah, and I was busy, so that also didn't help.
Yeah. I went to a conference in Orlando over last weekend, and we were planning on recording Monday night, but then I got delayed and had to drive home from my layover, which was terrible. And then we were going to record Tuesday night, and was terribly sick, and I'm still relatively sick. So we weren't able to do it, and we're sorry, but we're here now.
Yep. Sorry, not sorry. Sometimes we have to take care of ourselves first, and
That's true.
life be like that.
That's true. Yeah, and that was the first week that we missed a full week. We had one that we were like a day late on because of something, like I couldn't edit the podcast or something in time, but
yeah.
First time we missed a week, so that's not too bad.
But, yeah, we're kind of killing it, to be honest.
We are, yeah. Considering it's been over a year. Yeah. Yeah, and it's been a crazy year.
Yeah, it's been so like fast paced, and we have so much shit going on.
But good news is that we're here, and we're happy to be here, and chatting about books, and we have a really fun episode today. So yeah. But it is raining here. It's actually not raining right now, but we're supposed to get like 1.5 inches between today and tomorrow. So it's really coming.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. It's more than I'm used to, for sure, coming from Idaho, where it like doesn't rain that much in a whole year. So
Yeah, Idaho's very dry.
Idaho's very dry.
Well,
yeah.
Like eastern side of the Pacific Northwest is a very dry climate. So
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But we need the rain here. We have been they've been calling it a drought, which is pretty funny because it's definitely not what I'm used to as a drought, but there's been not a lot of rain here, so this is good. Good for us. We can get some water and hopefully not have any major like fires or anything happening over here, because that definitely wouldn't be good. Oh, and I am still a little bit sick, so if I'm coughing or sneezing and it makes it through the edit, I'm sorry, but it might just be happening.
we are humans.
Yeah. We are humans. We do make noises that we don't expect, you know?
Yes, we are. We have bodily functions, you know?
We have bodily function. We do. But I do have some tea. I have some Earl Grey tea that I've been sipping on, and I had a cough drop to help me kind of stave it off, hopefully. And then I'll probably take a bath after this and steam up my bathroom to, clear my nasal passages.
Yeah. You should do one of those like sinus massages where you like really get in there and either side of your like nostrils. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Or even like a neti pot type of thing.
Ooh,
which I hate doing,
those scare me.
but it does help.
Oh,
yeah.
I scare those.
They're tough.
Those scare me. You can get like a really bad infection like if you don't do them properly, and I would rather just not. Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to do distilled water. That's true too.
Yeah.
Because there's like reports of people getting amoebas and stuff in their brain because they don't use distilled water.
God.
So yeah. Yep.
The human population never ceases to amaze me.
Yes. Yep. Ain't that the truth? Well, should we jump into what we're reading?
Yeah.
Okay. Hailey, do you want to start? What are you up to? What are you reading?
Fucking nothing.
Your textbooks?
Sorry. My fucking boring ass textbooks. They're all like online format too. And like,
no.
oh my dear lord. It's okay. I'm in my master's program, like officially, and oh my dear lord. They're like, I'm reading about financial equations, like financial equation like formulas and like assets and liabilities and like return on equity and stockholders equity and all those other fun stupid fucking things, and like good debit credit bullshit, but not like a debit card or credit card, like debit credit, like in the sense of monetary like asset value.
Jeez.
Just fucking mind numbing.
Yeah, that would
information.
I would lose it, honestly.
Our economy's tanking anyway. Like, who needs to know this shit?
That's true.
I'm sorry.
You have such a good point, actually. Like, we're already going down. Why learn about it now?
Yeah, like, who needs to know about this shit?
It's gonna change.
Probably gonna change in the next 5 years anyway,
Yeah,
so who cares?
Exactly. Oh,
but,
man, that's true.
You know, well, yeah. What do I know? But yeah, that's what I'm being tortured with.
Yeah.
I think I'm I can't talk today. I think I'm in a reading slump.
Yeah. I get that. Yeah. I'm also kind of in a reading slump. I have a book to talk about today, but I'm also in a reading slump.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, what are you reading that hopefully will get you out of a reading slump?
Yeah, I actually I was going to talk about it in beekeeping, but maybe I'll kind of just lump it in since it's relevant.
Okay.
My wife and I went to DC a couple weekends ago to see the Cherry Blossom Festival, which was amazing.
That's right.
And really fun. We got peak bloom, and we live close enough to DC that we could drive there. We took the train and spent the weekend there. It was so much fun. I had a great time. And we stopped at this bookstore called Kramer's in DC. It's in DuPont Circle. And
I love that.
It's a bookstore, a cafe, and a bar. So it's like everything you could want in one thing. It's amazing. And
that's cool.
Yeah, it was great. We got books there. We had breakfast there. And we spent like a solid probably 2 hours there before we went and did a couple other things that were in the area. It was amazing. But I picked up a book there called The Lamb by Lucy Rose. And the cover of it is so pretty. It's just a picture of raw beef or raw lamb, probably surrounded by like this green shrubbery with blood on it. Like, it's very classy horror looking. And I was just so drawn by it that I just had to pick it up and get it. And it's basically about this little girl who lives with her mother in a shack, and they bring in strays, which are people that are lost and can't find their way back to wherever they're trying to go. And they end up eating them and, living off of their sustenance. So it's very much a book that I would enjoy. It's kind of like Hansel and Gretel gone dark, I guess, is how it seems to me. And the little girl ends up interacting with someone else and realizes that the situation she's in is not a normal situation. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm about halfway through the book, a little less than halfway. I've been reading it since we went to DC, and I just haven't really picked it up very frequently because of all the things that's been happening with me traveling again for work and being sick. I just haven't really had a chance to sit down and really read the book, but, it's interesting. It's written really well. It's one of those books where, like, we talk about doorways. This is definitely like a writing style doorway because the writing style is very specific and very eloquent, I would say. And the chapters are really short. Like, each chapter's like a page or a page and a half. So it's really easy to get through chapters. And I'm enjoying it. I wish I could like get sunk into it a lot more, but I think I'm going to end up liking it. I'm definitely into this like weird kind of horror style. Where you don't really know what's happening and what's going on. That's kind of how I feel about this book. So I'm really excited to get into it more. I just haven't really been picking up books lately, honestly. So.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying, but also like really good if you're into horror. So.
Yeah, which, I think the listeners know by now I'm a big horror fan. So.
Yes.
Yeah. It's great, and the Kramer's is great. I highly recommend it for people who want to go there. I had an amazing breakfast there. My wife and I had a great time. So DuPont Circle,
Wow.
check it out.
That sounds so cool. Ugh, what I would give to open up a bookstore that's a bar and cafe.
I know, right?
Ugh,
Oh my
dreams.
gosh, yeah. And then I went to Orlando
That'd be
for my
amazing.
conference, right? And
Mhm.
I was like, I'm gonna go find a bookstore in Orlando, but this is the second time I've been to Orlando, and both times I've been so far from the main part of the city that for me to go to a bookstore, it would take like 45 minutes and like a $50
Oh
Uber
my
ride.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I've never been to a bookstore in Orlando because of that. So,
Huh.
come on, Orlando.
Yeah.
Pick up the pace.
Yeah. Come on, Florida.
Yeah.
Although, not surprised.
Yeah, that's true.
Given it's
That's
Florida,
true.
not surprised. The way that they treat books.
Yep.
Mm.
Good point. Good point. Yeah. It's all about the parks. Everybody wants to go to the parks in Orlando, and I just want to read my book,
I just want to read a book.
Mhm.
How about a book land? How about a book park?
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Oh my god, that's such a good
Business
idea.
idea.
Really.
Called it.
Yeah.
No one take my idea.
Do that. Do that right now. Oh, yeah. Because I
Copyright.
want a bookmark from a Florida book. That's my thing. I collect bookmarks, and
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah. Oh well, maybe next time.
Right. Just go get an orange peel or something. And you...
Yeah,
Just kidding.
That'll work. Oh, that's really funny. Yeah. I didn't even have oranges in Florida. Isn't that terrible? I literally did nothing in Florida but go to work.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, I did spend like an hour at the pool at the resort thing, but
That's nice.
yeah, and I spent $60 on sunscreen and toothpaste
Ew.
because that was the only
Ew.
that was the only place I could get what I needed, and it was $60 for those two items.
How
so,
the fuck?
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That is highway
No,
robbery.
it was. The sunscreen was $30 by itself. Yeah.
Who? How?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I got toothpaste, travel size toothpaste, and disposable razor blades because
Oh.
I don't think you can bring reusable razor blades on a plane,
yeah.
but you can bring disposable. So anyway, I bought them, and it was like, yeah, $60 for those three items. And I was like, fuck this. That's ridiculous. But I didn't have a choice.
That's
so,
crazy.
yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
But I learned a
Get your
lot.
shit together, Florida. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. And then I got sick from it. So, there's a lesson in there somewhere.
Oh man.
Yep. Cool. Well, we kind of lumped beekeeping in. Do you have any beekeeping that you wanted to share, Hailey?
No. Been pretty.
We're surviving. Like we are at the precipice of. I'm at the precipice of falling asleep and taking a nap. I don't know about you, but like I could crash and fall asleep at any moment.
Yeah, I pulled an all-nighter last night like an idiot.
Oh.
Because I took the day off for those listeners that are like, why the fuck? So we're recording like definitely not at our normal time, but I took the day off and I pulled an all-nighter last night. Not because I didn't want to, because of course I wanted to. And I literally just stayed up all night watching anime.
Oh, so you
That's what I
weren't
did.
like studying. That's what I thought you meant.
Oh,
when you
fuck no. Hell no.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I am procrastination station.
I love that so
fucking
much.
party of one.
Yeah.
I hate doing homework.
I've been watching The Righteous Gemstones pretty much all day today.
Ooh.
Have you heard about it?
That sounds fun. No.
It's some of the songs are all over TikTok. Like it's called the Misbehaving song. You might know that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the guy who plays the ghoul in Fallout.
Oh, okay.
He's in this show called The Righteous Gemstones, where it's basically a super mega church family, and they do a bunch of stupid stuff. And they're kind of jerks and assholes and rich entitled people. But it's just so ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm on season 3 now, but I've been like zooming through it just because I haven't been feeling great and I needed something to watch on the plane, and it's been really, really good. So that's what I've been doing pretty much all day and all week is watching the show. Yeah.
Ugh, that sounds really nice.
I think you would like it.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy it. It's kind of ridiculous, but I think you would like it.
Yeah, I just been finished binge watching the entire, like, I think it's like 5 seasons of Jersey Shore because I am a trash panda individual.
Oh no.
I fucking love Jersey Shore. I don't even call it my guilty pleasure because, like, it aired when I was in high school and I was like, wow, this is so fucking cool. And so it's really just nostalgic at this point when I rewatch the seasons. But yeah, so that's it.
I haven't thought about that show in a long time.
Oh my god. It's my husband, like, he's like, oh, it's fucking stupid. These people are stupid. But he never fails to watch it with me when I'm watching it.
Yeah. It's definitely like, it feels dumb, but honestly, it's, I mean, it is a silly show, but it is certainly nostalgic, and I have a lot of memories watching that show for sure.
Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of yelling, like, quotes from the episodes in the hallways of my high school with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was iconic. Honestly.
GTL was, seriously. Like, Snooki and GTL was seriously iconic.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
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 Well, should we jump into today's main event?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm really excited to do this. This was actually Hailey's idea, and I love it. We basically pulled out, well, we being Hailey did all the work for this. She pulled out 3 books that none of us know anything about, except for the title and the cover. We don't know any of the authors. None of these are authors that we've read before, and books that we've never seen before. And we're going to guess what they're about based on the cover. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay. So I think I should let you start with the first one. Do you want to take the first one and we could dissect it?
Yeah. So I guess what I'll do for our listeners, since obviously you can't see the cover, but if you want to pull up the cover to look at it for yourself and judge it with us. It's called Only for the Weak by Natasha Bishop. And it's basically like 2 people, looks like maybe they're on a shoreline of some sort, and it's like peak, maybe sunset or sunrise, I don't know. And it's got like really pretty sunset and or sunrise type colors. Actually, it's probably sunset, because I've noticed that if it's sunset, then it's like more orangey pinks, and when it's like sunrise, it's more like orangey blue, orangey purples. Anyways,
it does feel sunset to me. I agree with that.
Yeah. So, and it's 2 what looks like lovers in an embrace, like kind of the like female character, what I assume. She's like smirking,
very happy, and
then she looks smitten, I would say. And then her male counterpart is like, I don't know, he like looks like he's also kind of like looking at her lovingly, but in a like, what's up, girl, kind of way.
He kind of looks like he's in awe, maybe a little bit, like he's not smiling per se, but you can tell he's infatuated with her, I think might be the way.
Exactly. That's like the context of which the book cover looks anyways.
It's an interesting cover. It's not like the illustrated covers that are really popular right now. It's definitely more of a classical cover, I would say. It looks like a painting rather than like the modern contemporary covers that we see right now that are really popular. And it looks very sweet. It looks like it's a series, so I don't know if this is the first book of the series or just a one in the series. But they're on a beach. The waters are beautiful blue. She's wearing a very beautiful like I don't know, like a flowy wraparound dress type thing. It almost looks like a Hawaiian wrap that you would like put around your waist, and I can kind of see a flower pattern on it.
I think those are called sarongs.
Sarong, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that maybe they're in Hawaii or like perhaps the Bermudas, something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't think they met before this trip. I think it's like a vacation romance type of situation happening based off the title would be my guess.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, that's kind of the impression I get. It seems like they're going to have some fun for the week and then maybe spawn something after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, just from looking at this cover, I think that this book is about two lovers. Maybe they're two separate like people. They don't know each other at first. I'm just gonna like off rip be like, this is what this book's about.
And we haven't looked at the description. We have not looked at the
about.
description, so
Yeah.
we're fully guessing right here.
Exactly. And what we'll do after we're done like guessing is I'll read the like description or whatever. And then we'll see like how close we actually got to like what the book is actually about, or kind of about anyways. Yeah. But I think that these two, maybe they're like on vacation, like they both went to vacation, right? Like maybe he's like an executive, like he's giving like, because he's very like clean shaven, like clean cut. Yeah. Okay, so the male character, he's got like a nice, very nice beard. It's very full looking. It's very tailored.
Clean,
I love it.
Very clean.
Yeah, and he's got like a nice, I want to say like a fade. I think that's what the haircut's called. Yep. I don't know male haircuts.
Definitely a fade. Definitely clean.
Yeah. And he's like, I want to say he's like an executive, right? Yeah. And he's on a work vacation, right? And he's, and they're like, yeah, you get to go like on a like work resort type of situation. And she's maybe like on a weekend girls trip. I don't know. That's what I would imagine that she's maybe going to.
Because she looks more
she looks like she came prepared. Yeah. Exactly. She's like swimsuit, sarong, like, and it's a nice swimsuit. It even looks like maybe on the bottom of the swimsuit, like it, like wraps. I don't know. Like it looks like she bought it with intent to go to the beach.
Yeah. She's got like a little bead thing happening at the the waistline. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So she's like, I'm in my beach era, and they see each other at the resort, right? And maybe she like is flirty with him. Because she's like, oh, hey, he's cute. Mm-hmm. And then they are like happenstance, like, hey, how long are you here, right? Because the title's only for a week or only for the week. So they only have like a week to get to know each other. And I wonder what kind of like drama happens. Maybe she like finds out that he is only there for a week, and maybe they're like totally different states, because I'm assuming that they're like American. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, well, I'm going back to like California, and she's like, I'm going back to like East Coast, like, I don't know, fucking New York or some shit. And they're like, when can I see you again? And then he doesn't think that he can see her again. And how are they going to make each other's lives fit together? Like being so far apart. And then somehow they make it work. I don't fucking know. Or maybe they only make it work for a week and she just has a really good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what I think this book's about.
I also wonder too, maybe one of them is local to the area. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I would think maybe she's local because she seems like she's more equipped, but I really feel like her vibe is giving traveling and optimizing the travel, not like I'm a local who lives in this area. But could be wrong. I think you're spot on. He's definitely 100% like a some sort of business executive, or he is very busy in his work life and probably doesn't have a lot of time for romance until he takes this trip. And I think you're spot on with the work trip. I think it's 100% a work trip. I think it's perfect.
Yeah. And okay, wait, we have to like, because I'm curious, what do you think on a scale of like our honey scale, how spicy maybe the romance is in this book, if there is a romance?
I'm going to say, I'm going to give it like a 4, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's spicy.
Yeah.
I think it's spicy.
I agree.
Yeah.
I get that vibe too.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely some passion happening.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Any last thoughts before I go in?
No, I think I'm ready to hear. I'm ready for the reveal.
Cool. Okay. So let me go down to the description. And this is just off of like Barnes and Noble's website, because that's where I found these books.
Okay.
Okay. A destination wedding in Tulum should be a breeze, but Dr. Janelle Cross, the sister... Oh, she's a doctor?
Oh.
The sister of the bride and the ex-girlfriend of the groom can't catch a break. Between her maid of honor duties, her sister's bridezilla antics, and her family tiptoeing around her non-existing feelings for her ex, Janelle is desperate to let off some steam. So when the best man, Rome... Oh, I love that name. Proposes, they give in to their undeniable chemistry. Janelle agrees under one condition: their affair can only last a week.
Wow.
What happens in Tulum doesn't always stay in Tulum. Oh, wait, there's more. Okay. For Rome Martin, Janelle has always been off limits. She's his best friend's ex, and Rome is nothing if not loyal. But he's never been able to get her off his mind, and now he might finally have a chance to win her over. As the wedding brings them together, every kiss, adventure, and stolen moment feels right. Janelle and Rome agreed to live in the moment, but are they willing to risk it all forever? I love that!
Yeah, me too. Wow.
That's so much different than what we were thinking.
It is. It seems like she's on the journey, you know?
Yeah.
Which I didn't expect, because she just looks so happy in this picture that
She does.
It didn't seem like she was on a, like, you know, finding herself story. It looked like she was there for fun.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That sounds really good, though. I love it.
Yeah. Honestly, I might go buy this book.
Oh, yeah, me too. It sounds really good.
Sounds so good. Cool.
I think it is going to be spicy, though, based off of that, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Love it.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, go check that out. Is it out already?
Yeah.
Is this a book that's out?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because I can add to cart or pick up in store, and
Okay.
it's available within so many business hours that I'm not going to say, because I don't want to tell you how close the Barnes & Noble is to me.
Awesome. Okay. Should we jump into the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to zoom in on this real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I can start with this one. Okay. I don't want to read anything about it. I just want to look at the cover really largely, please. Okay. So this cover is very different from the last one. It's called The Revenant Games by Margie Fuston, I think is how you would pronounce it. This looks, it's a beautiful cover that's very fantasy-esque. There are no people visible on the cover. There's a village, it looks like, that lives on a hill at the top center of the book, and then the rest of it is kind of surrounded by this beautiful like leaf shrubbery mushrooms that kind of interwove to make it almost looks like DNA, like a double helix type of thing. And at the bottom is what looks like a sword and maybe a magic wand, or a stick staff type of thing. So I'm definitely getting fantasy vibes. I'm getting wilderness vibes. There's a thorn branch that weaves through, so it seems a little kind of dark. And there's also some, are those holly or elderberries that are kind of interwoven in the two?
I was just gonna say there's like some sort of like berry type situation happening.
Yeah, it looks like I don't know what berries those are. I'm not very good at plants, but
Yeah, like holly berries.
yeah, they're red
type
bunches, like 3 or 4 bunches in red. They remind me of holly. And the leaves are kind of oakish, I would say. So I'm definitely getting like wilderness village vibe, for sure fantasy, with a little bit of magic, I think is part of the element too. So I would guess there's a kingdom of some sort, and the Revenant games title makes me think that I'm thinking Hunger Games. Like Hunger Games is a vibe I'm getting from this. So, or even like a situation where somebody from a poor village is forced to go to a kingdom and compete for success or honor or something, almost like Throne of Glass, maybe a little bit too,
Yeah. I definitely get like some sort of court, maybe, like, I don't know, like I'm getting from the sword, because the sword's red.
Sword's red. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, is it like a like some sort of like family blood relation, something happening?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like maybe like a I don't know, like a son or a knight or something of like the crown, like a crown prince, maybe, like fighting for, cause the Revenant games, I think like you're like either fighting for your succession or like maybe like something to do with honor, like family honor happening. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's true. Is this is this a romance book? Do you know?
No, I did not pick it out in the romance category.
Okay, so we don't know if it's
just
romance,
as like a little context.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think it's like a romance.
Yeah,
but
I'm not getting
some
romance
like
vibes.
fantasy something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be a romantic
I'm getting very
element
much
to
like
it.
Yes, but definitely more like fantasy, maybe not high fantasy, but probably some sort of like fantasy world happening.
Yeah, it might be. I definitely think it's its own world. Like I think it's not like Earth remodified or anything like that. There's probably a map in the cover, I would say.
Ooh, yeah.
And it seems like this is going to be a series. Just it doesn't say there's a series, but it certainly feels like the beginning of a series to me. And Barnes and Noble has it as their monthly pick for some reason, or they had it as their monthly pick because I see a sticker on it that says monthly pick Barnes and Noble. And it's a beautiful, like, what color is that? Maroon? Like a burgundy maroon color? Like, it's really pretty. I would pick this book up if I saw it. I've never heard of this book. I feel like this is a book that I would enjoy, though, because it's so up my alley, and it just seems really intricate and interesting.
Yeah, I was definitely, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this gives, like, such Cody vibes.
Yeah, and I like it kind of reminds me of that book that we did as a co-read recently, last year, An Education of Malice a little bit. Like, does it, it feels kind of like that cover a little bit. Like, classical 1800s artwork vibe is what I'm getting from this.
Yes, for sure. What do you think happens? Like, what do you think transpires?
That's just such a good question. I'm having a hard time deciding if this is like a YA fantasy.
I know.
Like, is it a coming of age story, or is it a, I don't know, redemption story? I'm leaning a little bit to YA coming of age story because I'm thinking of Hunger Games. Probably, I'm getting Hunger Games vibes from this, or maybe Throne of Glass. Honestly.
Yeah.
So I think maybe somebody, if I had to guess, the female or the lead is probably a female character who, I don't know, maybe she needs to go win these games to bring her family out of poverty. I'm literally describing the plot of Hunger Games. Like, I don't know how to get my brain off of Hunger Games, but that's the only thing I'm thinking of right now.
I love that. Man.
Yeah. What do you think? What are you getting from this?
I'm getting like, it reminds me of like the past fantasy novels that I've read, like, well, they're fantasy, romantasy, whatever. But it's not using the word court in the title, which I freaking love. But I don't think it has anything to do with romance. So I'm trying to think I'm thinking like maybe the lead. I think the lead might be like a dude.
Okay.
Maybe he's like, I wonder if he's like a vampire or something. I don't know why maybe. The little holly berries are also giving me like blood for some reason.
Yeah. There's a lot of red. Like the thorns are a bright red. The sword is a bright red. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. So maybe it's like I'm gonna go with like crown prince. Like I'm gonna say that this was like a crown prince. Maybe he has to go fight in some sort of games to totally like fight for his family's honor.
Interesting.
And maybe wait, I just had a really good idea. Maybe like the king. So the king, he's a vampire king, and he is putting on like some sort of like game situation for like the next night or some shit. And the crown prince, he's like, hell no, you cannot fight in these games, you cannot participate in these games. But the crown prince does it anyways. He says, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. Like, screw my dad, I want to like prove myself, because every crown prince has daddy issues. And then he like, maybe because there's a stick or a staff or a wand of some sort. Yeah. So I'm like, maybe some sort of like, my brain just said elderberry, but that's not. But you know what I mean? Like maybe some like forest wizard who's like really good with potions. Maybe an assassin. I don't know. Like goes into, participates in these games, and I don't know, that this crown prince has like some sort of like vendetta against this other like wizard type person. Yeah. And they have to fight. I don't know. Well, that's my synopsis.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think you're on the right track. Now, after you pointed out the blood, this kind of makes me wonder if this is a dual POV book, because there's like a thorn branch that's interwoven with a leaf branch, like a collection of leaves. So that makes me think maybe there's one character who's like prickly and mean and tough, and another character that's like foresty and, you know, wizard like. And then there's the sword and the staff or wand. So like maybe this is a dual POV book where we have two characters who have to connect together in this game situation to survive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I like that one. I like your description better.
But the vampire thing is really interesting too, because there's a lot of red. There's a lot of red.
There's a lot of red.
And that sword is so bright red. Like it's even brighter, honestly, than the berries. And it kind of looks like a dagger too, a little bit. Like the proportions make me think it could be a dagger a little bit. So I think you're leading to something right with the assassin. And I'm a sucker for a vampire book. So if it is a vampire book, I think I would be really excited about it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Should we reveal what we think?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to read this one, or do you want to read it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me pull this up. Am I at the right thing here? Okay.
If it's down at the bottom underneath, it should be.
I think I got it. Okay, so this is the synopsis of the book. Let's start here. Built around a deadly competition and featuring witches and vampires. Okay. This thrilling fantasy will get your heart pounding, both for the action and for the vampire romance.
Yes.
No
oh
way.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's the actual synopsis. Blood is survival for 17-year-old Bly, who lives in the poverty-stricken human villages caught between enemy vampire and witch kingdoms. Most of the time, vampires and witches live in uneasy truce, buying human blood for their food and spells. But for 2 weeks a year, the ceasefire dissolves and they hold the Revenant games. Any human can play in the games for either the witches or the vampires. Alongside life-changing riches, the witches will raise one person from the dead for whoever captures the highest-ranking vampire. In turn, the vampires offer immortality to whoever captures the most powerful witch. For most humans, the games are a ticket out of poverty. For Bly, it's a chance to get back her dead sister Elise and save the life of her dying best friend Emerson. Together, she and Emerson forge a dangerous plan to play both sides and win both prizes: resurrection for Elise and immortality for Emerson. But when the vampire they capture stirs a passion in Bly that she hasn't felt in a long time, she'll have to make a choice: her sister or the boy who's shown her there's more to life than just survival.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit. This book is amazing.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Oh my god, it sounds amazing. And we were so right, because you pulled out the vampires, and
Yeah.
we kind of talked about the dual POV. It's really just dual like I don't know, kingdoms, I guess, because it's witches versus vampires. Like that's really fun. God, that's amazing.
Man.
I just looked to it is
so
a part
good.
of a series. I just looked it is part of a series.
Ooh.
So Hailey, I know we talked about this off air, but we were talking about doing a book for a co-read. I feel like this might be a good book to do for a co-read.
Yeah.
Do you want to do this one for a co-read?
Hell yeah. I'm down.
I'm down too. I love this. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, this sounds freaking so good.
Yeah. Okay, more to come about that, but yes.
Okay.
We'll decide.
So I bet
I love it.
now that I know that it's a romance, I honestly didn't think that I would pick a romance.
Yeah.
Again, I was just like, oh, this cover looks like really good. And it looks like it's fantasy. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man. So on the honey scale,
Oh,
what do you think it would be?
That's a good question. I'm going to say it's like a 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Like on the page, but not explicit.
Yeah. I think for sure it's more like low key. I wonder, it almost gives a little bit like YA maybe, but
yeah, it does.
Yeah. So hopefully not like too steamy, because I get real weird.
Yeah, does she say how old they are? I guess 17. Yeah, 17. That's
17, but yeah. But if it's like I feel like if it's a YA, then it should be pretty like chill.
Yeah, it reminds me of Education of Malice a little bit. I think.
It does.
I feel like it's going to be the same. I don't remember what we rated Education of Malice, but it was on the lower end for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Cool. That was a great one,
This book
Hailey.
looks so good. Thanks.
It looks really good. Looks like a great book.
Pick some good books.
Yeah, you did. Okay, should we jump into the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to describe the cover?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So this book is called First Time Caller by Borison, excuse me. And it's definitely giving like new age, like the new age contemporary romance type
100%
cover. The book itself, so the cover is like a really pretty pastel pink and pastel like yellow. And there's a man and a woman on the cover, and it looks like they are on some sort of like radio, like old school radio.
Very old school, like 60s maybe.
Yeah. And they're sitting on it on the cover, and the guy, they're both dressed pretty casual. The girl's wearing like sneakers and like pants and a nice shirt, and then same with the dude, he's wearing sneakers, pants, and a nice shirt, like a button up. And then they're both kind of like casually, like nonchalantly sitting on the speaker, and it looks like she has like a telephone. And then he has like headphones on, but they look like they're connected for sure, like by a wire. So it's kind of old school.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, that they're facing away from each other.
Yep.
So, and it says on air in the background. Excuse me, which I didn't notice before. When I was grabbing this cover, I was just like, oh, this looks interesting. But yeah, that's kind of like what I'm seeing, at least on the cover.
Yeah, it looks like they're facing away from each other, and split down the middle are the two colors, like the yellow, I don't know, like peach kind of color is got the guy, and then the kind of lavenderish pink is where the girl's sitting. So it obviously feels like it's split, which makes me think it's a dual POV book just based off of that. And it seems like the guy is the host of a romance hotline. There's a little subtitle that says, "Welcome to Heartstrings, Baltimore's romance hotline." So we know it's in Baltimore. It seems like the guy has a radio show, and the girl's calling in to the radio show.
Yeah, I get those vibes too. I think he's definitely probably going to give her some advice on some romance, which is interesting because I feel like most of the time you don't see that kind of like you don't see a dude giving advice on like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's giving like late like 1990s like
yes, it is actually
vibes
because he has a pocket protector. Did you notice that he's got a little pocket protector where his pens
he
are?
Does.
So that,
oh my gosh,
that made me think of the 90s for sure.
Yes.
And yeah, I don't know, she looks more modernish, but her hairstyle could maybe be like a 90s style hair.
Yeah.
Plus her phone, though, you mentioned it, it's an old school like actual phone, not like a cell phone. So
yeah, it's wired for sure.
Yeah.
So like home phone probably.
Yeah, 100%. And he also looks like, I don't know, I feel like he wouldn't give the best advice for a romance show.
Yeah.
He seems, I don't want to say douchey, but he seems a little bit like into himself maybe, or like he dresses well, he looks nice. I think he is maybe the type of guy who's used to girls fawning over him maybe. So I think maybe he's not giving great advice and she's correcting him on his bad advice.
Yes. This gives me oh my gosh, the movie with what is her name? She's in like all the old like early 2000s romance movies. The blonde, and she's in like 27 Dresses, and this is giving he's just not that into you vibes.
That wasn't Katherine Heigl, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
Her.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she's good.
But yeah, it's giving that. It's giving like he's just not that into you, and she's like, I'm having like dating trouble, and I just want, and then like he maybe like flips her shit, and he is like, well, maybe it's like a you problem, and she's like, how dare you speak to me that way? Yeah. I totally and then she kind of like, maybe she like tries to, oh my gosh, what if she gets like so pissed that she like goes and like tries to find him and is like, I want to like talk to you in person, like say it to my face type of situation.
Yes.
And then maybe like it's enemies to lovers type of situation, or you know what I mean? Like, like he doesn't like her at first, or he thinks she's like annoying and like pompous, but she thinks that he's an arrogant asshole who like doesn't know what he's talking about. I totally agree with you there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I do think they end up together based off of the cover. It's like an enemies to lovers situation, I would say, for sure. I totally agree with that. And what would you think about the spiciness of this particular book?
I think probably 4 leaning on 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, yeah, this one's hard to gauge because it looks so, the colors are just so pastel and like soft. It makes me wonder if it's going to be not as romancy, but I also feel like it could be really steamy. So I'm going to say middle. I'm going to say 3. I'm going to say 3. Yeah.
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 That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else
Should
we
we
want to say?
get in? No, I don't think I mean, and this cover's so, I mean, that's the thing about like the first one and then now this one. They're very, well, it's not plain, but like there's not a lot of extra detail to get like context from. Honestly, the middle one was like that too, where you're like, I don't have a lot of work to work with.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'll be interested to see like what it's actually about.
Yeah. I agree. I think I'm ready.
All right.
Do you want to do this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so the first piece says, after Lucy's lack of a excuse me, after Lucy's lack of a love life is exposed to the world by her own daughter. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
She's thrust into a string of bad dates, nosy internet trolls, and an annoyingly handsome radio co-host. The author of the Love Light Farms series is back with a page-turning opposites attract romance we can't get enough of. Okay. So it says, Aiden Valentine has a secret. He's fallen out of love with love. And as a host of Baltimore's romance hotline, that's a bit of a problem. But when a young girl calls in to the station asking for dating advice for her mom, oh my god, I love this. The interview goes viral, thrusting Aiden and heartstrings into the limelight. Lucy Stone thought she was doing just fine. She had a good job, an incredible family, and a smart, slightly devious kid. But when all of Baltimore's is suddenly scrutinizing her love life, or lack thereof, she begins to question if she's as happy as she believed. Maybe a little more romance wouldn't be such a bad thing. Everyone wants Lucy to find her happy ending, even the handsome, temperamental man calling the shots. But when sparks start to fly behind the scenes, Lucy must make the final decision between the radio-sponsored happily ever after, or the man in the headphones next to her.
Wow. So I'm a little confused. Because the daughter calls in to the show, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it seems like the romance is going between the mom and the host.
Yeah. Well, it says that they're co-hosts.
Oh, they're co-hosts. I see. Oh, okay.
I
missed that part. Okay.
Did it say they're co-hosts? Oh, it's a host. The first part, I think. Yeah, handsome radio co-host.
Got it.
So they're both hosts.
Okay, got it. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, her daughter calls in and I bet like he doesn't know
Yes.
that like it's her daughter calling.
Yes.
And he's like giving advice. Oh, but what if like she doesn't oh my gosh. And then she's like annoyed because she's being put on blast, but like people don't know that she's being put on blast.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I like the twist. I like the twist on like what we like assumed was like a common, you know what I mean? Because it seemed like what we were talking about was kind of like a common, already been done trope.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the like, she calls in and he's an asshole and she's like, how dare you?
Yeah.
But I like that they're co-hosts and that they're.
Me too. And that he's like he's a nice guy, but he's just like, lost his way in love a little bit. I think that's really unique, and I like it a lot. Oh, that's so cool.
Wow.
Hailey, great job picking these books. You did amazing.
Thank you.
This is really fun. I've never
Yeah.
I've looked at covers. We've talked about how we both love covers. The book that I just picked up, The Lamb, I picked it up because of the cover. So like it's amazing. But I've never like sat here and critically like gone through different points of covers to like piece together what's happening. And that's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like looking at a piece of art for a long period of time and you discover things that you didn't normally see right at the jump,
Yeah, and then you like read the description and you're like, oh, like I didn't realize that this is where they were going with that. Like, yeah.
It's cool. It makes you think about just how much thought goes into these covers to convey what they're trying to convey, to get the listener or the reader to pick up the book,
Yeah.
It's more about just being pretty. It's also about delivering a message, like subconsciously sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This was fun.
This was really fun. We should do this again sometime. I love this.
I know.
Yeah.
We should.
This is really good. Great. Well, if you want to see the book covers, if you didn't follow along with us, you can go to Barnes & Noble or Goodreads and find them and look at them and give us what you think of what they look like. I'll post the titles and the author name in the show notes so that it'll be easy for you to find. So feel free to do that. And if you have a book cover or a thought about these book covers that you want to share with us, you can do so with our email, booksandbeespod@gmail.com, our Instagram at booksandthebeespod. We also converse there. So if you'd like to reach out to us either way, that'd be great. We'd really appreciate it. And the best way to talk about how amazing we are is to give us a review on your podcast listening app, whatever that might be. A 5-star review would be very appreciated because it does help us get more listeners and increase our outreach. So we would love to get that feedback. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah.
And then, of course, we want to give a thank you to the American Indie for the use of their song Rendezvous. It's the intro and outro to a podcast. It's a bop. We love it. And you can find out all of their stuff on Spotify.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, Ailey, any last thoughts?
No, just that we should totally do this again. 'Cause it
100%.
was really fun.
We're 100% going to do this again. I love it. Okay, great. Well, we hope you enjoyed this journey as much as we did. If you're buzzing with excitement, don't forget to subscribe, email us, and leave a high five worthy review on your podcast listening app. Until next time, happy reading, and may your shelves be filled with tales as enchanting as a blooming garden. Keep the buzz alive, and we'll catch you in the next chapter. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.